Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, a little different. I'm a big NFL guy, and I know this is kind of like a gaming channel a little bit, but I love football, I love sports. You'll probably hear me talk about it on stream all the time. But today I'm going to be doing an NFL tier list and what my predictions are for their records this year. Um, if you want to see another video on the full breakdown on how I got these records and stuff, feel free to let me know. But these are my predictions. Let's get right into it. By division here. All right. First of all, we got the Eagles. Eagles, former Super Bowl champs. They're up there. They're Super Bowl champs. Didn't really make any changes in the offseason. Um, I'm not going to lie, guys. I also did. This is recorded on Saturday the 6th. So this is right before week 1. So there's been 2 games played so far. We got the Chiefs and the Chiefs and the Chargers, and the Eagles and the Cowboys already played. So I have seen those 2 games, but I made these predictions beforehand, and I just want to get this out there. Hopefully before week 1 starts tomorrow. You might see this out on Monday, right after the week. I'm a Vikings fan. We're going to be playing on Monday. You might see this go out right before that game. So that's the goal. But, all right, getting that out of the way. I got the Eagles first. They look like to be a powerhouse. Saquon's him. Same old, same old. All right, number 2, Commanders. Commanders, I got an 11. Commanders, I got them second in the division, and I got him second in the division. Jaden Daniels still looks, we just saw CJ Stroud get in his slump, sophomore slump, but I'm glad that what's his face re-signed with them. Terry McLaurin, he's back. That's huge. I'm interested to see what this team is. This team could shock me, but I still got the Eagles winning this division. And I got the Commanders going 11-6. So not a bad season. Not a bad season. All right. We got the Cowboys. Now the Cowboys, I have them at 24. So back end of here. The Cowboys, don't see them doing all that good. Although they did surprise me against the Eagles already this year. But just don't see that happening. Yeah, I got the Cowboys going 5-12 this year. Lost Micah Parsons right before the season. It's tough. But I don't. Dak did look good. CeeDee Lamb dropped a couple passes, but Dak looked good. That's always a good thing to see. But yeah, no. And then I got the Giants. Giants down here. I got the Giants going 1-16. I got them winning 1 game. Again, if you want to see why I have these exact records I do, I could go by game with you guys. But yeah, yeah, 1-16. Giants could get some type of miracle game. I could see them winning a couple more games, whatever. Yeah, no, I see them winning 1 game. So they're at the bottom. But that's the NFC North. All right, now let's go to the NFC East. Now let's go to the North. All right, I got the Lions. Lions at 7. Got the Lions going 12-5 this year. They lost their coordinators, but I don't see that being much of a problem. I mean, Dan Campbell's still good. Their team is still solid. Love Jahmyr Gibbs. Love Amon-Ra. Jared Goff looks like a top 5 quarterback, arguably. So if they can keep that going, I don't see why this team shouldn't be top of the North. All right, second at 10, I got the Vikings. We saw how good this division was last year. We saw what the Vikings could do with Sam Darnold at QB. Hopefully J.J. McCarthy can step it up. Hopefully you'll see this before that game, but I'm really hoping J.J. McCarthy's our guy. But time will only tell. We saw Sam Darnold pick it up. Let's see J.J. McCarthy. We got Adam Thielen back. This is a Thielen jersey. I love Adam Thielen being back. It's huge. Addison's out for a couple weeks. We got Thielen. Big. But we'll see. We got a week one matchup against the division rival of the Bears, so we'll see what happens there. Couple basically rookie quarterbacks, like Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy. Um, Next, the Packers. I have the Packers going 10-7 this year, and Packers are at 13. Don't They added Micah Parsons? Still interested to see what their wide receiver room's going to look like this year. I know they got Matthew Golden. That'll be interesting. But again, this division just looks like it's going to be the toughest in football again. Um, we'll see. There's a lot of blood that could be spilled in this division, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of these three teams could swap around at any point. Um, Probably after the Micah Parsons and everything, I'd probably put the Packers second, depending on the Vikings, but I could see any three of these teams moving around anywhere. So should be interested to watch this year. And then finally the Bears. Oh man, I love the Bears. The Bears are just so much fun to have, and Bears are gonna be 4-13 this year. I got them winning 4 games. Tough division. Uh, but I hope they shock me a little bit. Hope they win a couple more games. Maybe 5-6. But don't with their schedule, I don't see them winning very many. It's tough, but week one can only tell. All right, so that's the North. I think it's pretty spread out so far. All right. Now, I've got the Buccaneers going 12-5, and they are 8. So we'll get them there. Bucks, they could shock everybody, you know? I mean, they should win the South, in my opinion. Baker Mayfield looks good. I do like Ibuka. I think that's how you say his name. The rookie. And yeah, I'm interested to see what Godwin does when he gets back. He's kind of like in the same boat as Addison, where Addison is suspended. They kind of have some lingering issues, but their defense looks good. Love their coach. Their coach is just so much fun to watch. He's a very defense-oriented guy, which I love. So, yeah, I got them winning the division. Now, call me crazy. I got the Panthers at 18. First one in that rank. Love that. But I got the Panthers going 9-8 this year. I think they can squeak out a winning record this year. Still missing the playoffs, but I do like where they're at in terms of like the direction that they're moving. I haven't seen anything that they've done on defense yet. So that's going to be the issue, I think, for this year. But I think Bryce Young's going to be good. I think Leggett, I think like Ted McMillan, he should be a dog. And I love Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard is a great running back. So I'm interested to see what this team. I think this team has the most hope for me, or I have the most hope in this team for some reason. I don't know, but I like what I'm seeing out of the Panthers this year. All right, Falcons. Falcons are next. I got the Falcons going 7-10 and being right in front of the Cowboys. Can I do that? Okay. I got them being 7-10, and yeah, I mean, Penix. Still don't know what we've seen out of him. I don't know. I don't know why I don't like this team. Bijan could get a ton of touches, but for some reason I'm just not high on the Falcons. I feel like their year was kind of last year. Kirk obviously changed that. Kirk, I don't know what he was looking at. He was seeing ghosts all the time, but I'm interested to see what Penix will do, but I don't have that high of hopes for them in this division this year. I could definitely see the Panthers and Falcons being switched though, where the Panthers go 7-10, Falcons go 9-8. All right, who's next? Saints. Yeah, the Saints are really bad. Yeah, Spencer Rattler. I hope that you guys get the first overall pick this year. But yeah, I think I saw some stat that said that the Saints are the only team in the NFL without like a star or like a franchise player tagged with them. and I couldn't agree more. I mean, you got Alvin Kamara, but Alvin Kamara's old. That's about it. I don't even know who else you'd look at, but they're going to be bad. Whatever. Bottom of the division, easily. Put all your money on them winning no more than 4 games. All right, moving on. Moving on. All right, we have the Cardinals. Cardinals are at 15, and I got them winning 10-7, winning the division at 10-7. I think this is going to be a really tough division like last year, where it's just going to be like one of those games that just has to be squeaking out. I got the most faith in the Cardinals. Kyler Murray just kind of gets things done. The little guy gets it done. Marvin Harrison, I hope, does well. But yeah, I just feel like the Cardinals have the best chance for some reason. Yeah, but like I said, all these teams are super close in my eyes. Like literally any of these teams could win this division, I feel like. All right, following up, we have the 49ers. I have the 49ers going 10-7 as well, and being literally right behind the Cardinals. Um, Actually, they're at the top of this. They're gonna be right behind the Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey could be out for week 1. He looks questionable. I really hope, for my own fantasy team's sake, to be honest, that he plays. But it's not looking good. Still, like San Fran, like there was some of those young wide receivers look kind of good out there, even without Ayuk and Debo. And yeah, I'm just interested to see what they have. And Brian Thomas, they got Brian Thomas from the Commanders, who wasn't terrible. So even though Christian McCaffrey is going to be out potentially for a couple of games, um, they got Brian Thomas. So, or not Brian Thomas, Brian Robinson. Sorry. Um, and yeah, I'm interested to see what San Fran can do. But I think this is such a close division. The Rams, I think, are going to take a step back. I think they're going to be at 20 this year. Um, Yeah, Matthew Stafford's still interesting to me. Puka's a great guy. I'm not high on Kyron Williams this year. Just feel like he's gonna take a step back, and I think it's just hard to go back to the playoffs like last year. Might be a little bit of salt from the playoffs last year, but yeah, I just don't see them doing what they did last year. But again, fighting division, and the Seahawks at 23, which is in front of the Bears and the Cowboys. Um, got them going 7-10. Again, right there. Sam Darnold, I love the guy. He did wonders for us for the Vikings last year, but again, just didn't get it done in the playoffs. Um, I don't see their wide receivers being as good anymore at the Seahawks. Like you got Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp, but geez, I don't know. I still think they're the worst team in this division. Um, their defense is solid. Only time will tell with this division, honestly. It could be a toss-up. I just feel like with the schedule that they've got, this is kind of what I got it at. And I think I have all these teams splitting games, whoever wins at home. So, again, this could be a toss-up, but this is what I like for that division. All right, going to the AFC. So that's the NFC. There it is. NFC picture right there. And AFC now. I got the Bills being the best team in football this year. Josh Allen, stud. Man, it's hard to root against Josh Allen. He did everything he could last year. Won MVP. Um, yeah, I mean, Josh Allen's just that guy. And I think James Cook is going to have just as good of a year as he did last year. I don't see why he shouldn't. Um, you got Keon Coleman in his second year with Shakir. Like I see a lot of good in this offense. Defense might be interesting, but I got them winning 15 games this year. I think they're going to be the best team in football this year. Playoff picture is a different story. We could do that in another video too if you'd like, but these are just my rankings for the season. We could do a playoff picture, all that crap later on if we want. Love the Bills. The Dolphins. I have the Dolphins at 12, which is right behind the Commanders. I have the Dolphins winning 11 games, 11-6 record. They still have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, all these guys. They have potential, and I have them missing the playoffs. I will say that. Um, this AFC team's side's kind of stacked, but um, I got them winning 11 games, and it's simply just because of Tua kind of on the edge. I think that they'll be fine. Um, but yeah, this Dolphins team is so interesting to me. But I like them second in their division. But I like the Patriots at 14, which is right behind the Packers. And this actually concludes this 11 through 15. Um, I got the Patriots winning 10 games. Probably 9. It could be 9 to 10, but Drake May, I'm high on Drake May this year. I'm high on Hunter Henry. He's always been that stud. And they got Stephon Diggs this year. He's going to get fed. And their Patriots defense is still so good. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this. But Patriots definitely take a step up this year. Still not there, though. Still missing some key factors. More wide receivers would be good. But that's why I got them. And then bringing up the rear for this division, we got the Jets. I got the Jets at 29. They're right in front of the Giants. Yeah, that's where I got them. I mean, I got the Jets winning 2 games this year. Justin Fields might surprise me. But yeah, their division's tough. They're just not there. I don't know what their fall off is unreal. They never really had a peak, but yeah, yikes. That's all I got to say about the Jets. Last in the division, I can almost guarantee that for you. And that's that division. All right. Now I got the Ravens. I got the Ravens at 3. Got the Ravens at 3. They're gonna win 14 games just like the Eagles. And it's just the way it is. Ravens are good. Defense is outstanding. Lamar's him still in the regular season. We're talking about regular season here. And Derrick Henry, we'll see if he has a little bit of a regression. You know, he's older, but I'm still high on Derrick Henry. Zay Flowers could surprise some people this year. And yeah, I like the way they run their offense. Got some good coaching. Hardballs are always good. So, yeah, I got them 3rd. And then the Bengals, I actually have at 4. Guys, we've seen what happens with a killer offense. If the Bengals can just figure out a couple games on defense, this team is going to be insane. Definitely not going to be crazy in the playoffs, but they should be a good regular season team. They really should. Their offense is just too good. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, everybody. Oh my gosh. It's just insane to me that they didn't even make the playoffs last year. They should win 13 games this year. Call me crazy. Their schedule looks really good this year. I love it. Argue with the wall. All right. Steelers. Where do I have the Steelers? I have the Steelers going 9-8. And they're 19th, so they are right before the Rams. 9-8. We all know the story. 9-8 Steelers. I don't like Aaron Rodgers should just retire. Don't know why he's still playing football. I really hope he doesn't get hurt. He's already been hurt. I just hope he ends his career. But yeah, it's the Steelers. So I hope DK Metcalf has an interesting year this year. But we all know the story of 9-8 with the Steelers. And then the Browns, ladies and gentlemen, the worst team in football, in my opinion. They're going 0-17. They're going to be winless unless Shedeur Sanders plays. I'm kidding. 100% kidding. But, yeah, 0-17. Their schedule looks too hard. And I don't like this team at all. They got Jerome Ford. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough. I don't like this team. They could probably win. I'm being harsh with not winning a single game, but I don't like this team at all. All right, now the dynasty. Is it over? Is the dynasty over with the Chiefs? I don't know. They already lost game one, but I got them going 13 and 4 and being the fifth best team in football. Um, it's still Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day. Um, I am interested with this team this year because this is my second hardest division in my opinion. Um, geez, I don't think the Chiefs are done yet, but Worthy being hurt, Rashee Rice being out, it's looking thin. I still think they squeak out 13 games. Um, on that note, the Broncos I think are gonna be the sixth best team. They're gonna, dude, their defense is so good, and I'm interested to see what Bo Nix happens again. Like I said, sophomore slump, but I'm interested to see what this team does. Evan Ingram, love him coming to the team. He's going to be a great safety net for Bo Nix if he needs it. But I think that this division could be interesting with the Chargers already beating the Chiefs. And speaking of the Chargers, I got them ninth. Ninth right in front of the Vikings. Um, all three of these teams could do a matchup, in my opinion. I love what I saw from the Chargers. Justin Herbert looked like a dog. Quentin Johnson can catch a ball. Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. Um, shout out to Quentin Johnson for 2 touchdowns. Um, but yeah, this division could be interesting. I got the Chargers winning, going 12 and 5, by the way. So this is gonna be a bloodbath, and that leaves the Raiders. With all these teams winning a lot of games, I got the Raiders. I got the Raiders at 26. They are the first best team in this division, but or in this tier. Um, yeah, it's it's interesting. I think that the Raiders are going to be bad. I'm interested to see Genty though. Genty is going to be my player to watch on that team. And we'll see what Jacoby Myers can do as the wide receiver one. All right, last division, AFC South. Here we go. I got the Texans 17 best, 17. So, um, Texans right behind the 49ers. I got them at the end, and yeah, the Texans are gonna win 10-7, kind of the same thing as the West, the NFC West. All these teams could kind of do what they want to, but I still think the Texans win this. Um, yeah, interested to see CJ Stroud this year. He's my player to watch. And then we got the Colts. Where do I have the Colts? I've got the Colts at 21. So if it's Colts should be right behind the Rams. Um, that should be right. Yeah. Oh no. Should be here. Sorry. Um, Colts at 21, 8 and 9. So I think that I'm interested. Is Anthony Richardson going to step it up? I like Tyler Warren on this team. Not much I can say about this team other than they should be second. These last two teams are terrible. They should be second in the division. And then speaking of these last two teams, they're gonna bring up the rear. The Jaguars are gonna be 27, so right behind the Raiders, and then the Titans are gonna be 3 and 4. They're both gonna be 3 and 14. Um, I just don't like their schedules, to be honest with you. I like Brian Thomas. ETN does not look good. I hate the Jaguars running room. Titans kind of in the same boat. I'm interested to see about Cam Ward though. Uh, Cam Ward could spice things up, but I don't like either of these teams this year. This is the final rankings. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I'd love to see what you guys think. I think it's pretty solid. There's a few picks that could go either way. Like the Panthers looking at it might seem a little high to some of you. Um, I think for the most part it's pretty solid. I think a lot of people are low on the Dolphins, but I think they're better than what most people would think. But yeah, if you guys want to see me do a playoff picture or a just go by game to see what I was thinking with when it comes to all these records, let me know. Um, Good luck to all the teams this year. I hope I'm wrong for some of these teams. Like I hope the Browns don't go 0-17, but I think that they will. And yeah, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Happy week 1. Football's so back. We're so back, and I could never be happier. Peace out.